Hi, it's Eve Evangeline Einstein, mild Redskin Songbird in New York City. The last video, I was explaining that illegitimate boys have no testosterone, so they're girls, or little, they have very little. And that's why there are so many males who can't take care of themselves and who are dependent on the United States taxpayers to take care of them and their families. And women, of course, live off the energy of men. So the women who don't have men are poor because they have no energy of their own. That's the way nature set it up. Alright, so I'll begin. I have been doing, I have been writing and discovering truths as always. So I'll share some of the truths I have found with you. Let's see, what does it say? What I am worthy of is not matching what I've been paid. Okay, so let's see, where do we begin? Let's begin up here. A equals present energy. A, okay. And the M is the first sound. Fire saint, sapphire, sacrifice. Okay, this saint started fire. The energy for the fire came from the M. Okay, sacrifice, office, orifice, advice, at height, growth. She's responsible for growth. It says, my son Abel, when he was a lifeguard named William Earl Dixon in Clarksville, Tennessee, dove in the pool and saved my life. I was committing suicide. I'm trying to read this sideways. Why don't I turn it around? I was attempting suicide when I was 9, seeing no point to living. Helen, who was the sister, my half-sister, used to force me to go into Albert Roberts' funeral home and look at the dead bodies. Okay, so this says, rehearse. Hearse. That's what they carry dead bodies in. Hearses. Her energy. His energy. Emerges. Emergency room. Energy. In. Okay, so, what's this? Good. Growth. Let's decode growth. Good. Her. Hurt. Heathrow. That's Heathrow. Goo, Dr. Hurt. Earth. Heart. Birth. Bert. That's why I went to school. First. Ear about. His burst. Rehearse. Her energy. His ear. Her energy. His ear. Nurse. Rehearse. Nurse. Okay, I know we're not making any points yet. Here we go. This is serious. Oprah. Let's do it, Oprah. let's see, where do we begin? It starts all the way down here. Okay, let's start down here to get up there. Let's start at, shall we start at Bobby G? Okay, we'll start at Barry White. Baba G and me railroaded. Aye. Me and Bobby McGee, that was a Janis Joplin song spin-off on them railroading Baba G and me. Meaning kidnapping us. And why did they do that? Because I am Eve, the mother of the earth, and Baba G is Cain, my son. And the sun is here, shining on me, his daughter. I am the daughter from the sun. I'm an ET from another planet, actually from another star. I'm from the sun. So when I leave, the sun leaves. And there are those people here with death wishes, like Hillary Clinton and that bunch. They want to die. And they want me to leave, so the sun will leave, so the whole thing will die. They want to destroy the world. They don't want to die alone. Misery loves company. They don't know that dying is simply leaving the body, going to another body. They think dying is being, like amnesia, blissless, unconscious. You don't have any self-consciousness. If you're a pig or a snail or a deer or giraffe or any of 8,400,000 species you can be. But you are not, dying is not a respite from work. It's worse, much worse. You can't talk. You can't have a family and kiss your wife. You can't go to the movies. I mean, it's unspeakable misery after you die. But the people who want the world to end want you to think, number one, you have to die, which isn't true. You die because you want to die and because you believe you must die. Our life is what we believe it is. If you believe you must die, then you will die. If you believe you won't die, then you won't die. If you don't want to die. So that's the thing about death. And I was on a path that is a death sentence, mysticism. You go back to the ocean of light, which is to be high all the time. They call it bliss. The ocean of light is bliss, where you're high all the time. And that's all you are. You don't walk, you don't play cards, you don't brush your teeth, you just lay there high all the time. And I was on a path to go there. But then I saw Baba G, and I loved him. And he gradually had me realize how many people I love here. And furthermore, when I left the ocean of light, a lot of angels followed me. A lot of souls followed me. I told them not to follow me, but they did anyway. So I feel responsible for them. If I leave, the sun's going to stop shining. And people are going to destroy themselves and each other. It's going to be chaos. And I don't want the people who came with me to be hurt. And I certainly don't want Baba G to be hurt. Of course, Baba G was going to take me back to the ocean of light. First, Charan Singh was going to take me back to the ocean of light. All I had to do was kiss his lips. And I couldn't kiss his lips because I thought he was God. I didn't know God was a horse. I was taught that God is this really special force who'll strike you dead if you say the wrong thing. And I've always been very nervous about God. So how could I? No one told me I was supposed to kiss him. He presented his lips to me. That's how I knew he was waiting for me to kiss him. But I couldn't believe he was waiting for me to kiss him because he was God. And who kisses God? Nobody. His wife, he's got a wife, but they don't sleep together. Once he becomes a master, he doesn't do sex. And so I really didn't get that I was supposed to kiss his lips. But that's what it was. I was supposed to kiss his lips to sign the agreement that we were married, we were one, and go hand in hand back to the ocean of light, where I would no longer have an individual self, and neither would he. But since I didn't kiss his lips, everything changed. And Baba G had to take over my karma and try to get me to kiss him and go back to the ocean of light. Well, he loves me. He wants to be with me as an individual couple. I mean, he's been trying to get back with me since the Garden of Eden. Well, since he was Jesus Christ and I was Mary. So what happens is we keep finding each other and then dying and losing each other. And then our enemies kill us, because the enemies are the people who want me dead, because they know I'm the daughter of the sun. I didn't know it myself, but I knew somebody was trying to kill me. And I said, does God want me dead? I knew my mother wanted me dead. She told me. She tried to abort me. But, so I didn't know what was going on, and I was so confused and so frightened, having been murdered so many times. When I was Queen of France, Marie Antoinette, they cut off my head. And then I met the man this life and married him, who was a guillotine operator. I didn't know that. I mean, this whole thing, what Dr. Mike Murdoch says, is so true from the Bible. My people shall be destroyed for lack of knowledge. I keep getting destroyed because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know there was an incredibly vast conspiracy, including my husband's. There's a husband there. He tried to drive me to kill myself and die. And now he's got his daughter, my daughter, doing what he was doing, which is demoralizing me, depressing me, making me feel bad about myself. And, so it's this vast conspiracy to get Eve to go back to the ocean of light so her father will turn off the sun and the world will be destroyed. And they think they're going to go back to the ocean of light, but they're not. They don't let you in like that. You have to have a master take you to the ocean of light. They're trying to do a shortcut. They think if they die, they're going to go to this ocean of light. That's not true. You can't have a whole lot of karma to go back to the ocean of light. You can't be blind and go back to the ocean of life. Stevie Wonder had Gary Bird, who is on the same path as I am on, to ask if he could be put on the path to go back to the ocean of light. And the master said no, because he has too much bad karma, because he was Hitler. And Hitler can't go back to the ocean of light. He'd be so restless. And you have to be, he's got all that bad karma to pay off. So he can't have bliss all the time. You can't have a lot of bad karma and have bliss all the time in the ocean of light. So he's just, I don't know what he's going to do. He's a horrible, horrible soul. That's the thing. It's taken me so long to realize there are evil, really evil people in your own family. Baba G has helped me to, I don't know where his picture is right now. He has helped me to see the true meaning of things. Something happens to you, you don't get the significance. When I was in Los Angeles, after the album What It Is came out, he went to Los Angeles, and I joined him after a while. And so I went and got my makeup done because I wanted to look as good as anyone. And I got my hair done. And of course I looked like a movie star. So I went to the Roxy Theater where he was, and he said, what is that on your face? What have you got on your face? Come here. So I went to him right in front of all the people in the audience. He goes, look at her face. What, shouldn't she take that off? And humiliated me like that. And I didn't really, because, you know, I was married to him and I loved him, I thought. And I couldn't believe that he was actually humiliating me. And Baba G helped me to see it. He didn't tell it to me. The saints don't tell you things. They guide you to realize it for yourself. I saw what he had done to me. Totally demoralized me. Totally made me feel ashamed of my face and my hair. And that's because he's a girl. He has no testosterone. He was illegitimate. His parents pretended they were married when he was conceived, but they weren't. His sister Lamonia told me they weren't. And so he was conceived with piss to the egg. There was no semen, no testosterone. So he's a girl. So he was competing with me girl to girl. And I had not a total ignorance. Had no idea. Because he told me later why he pulled it off. But he didn't tell me in that context. He was talking about something else. He said, I'm a chameleon. A chameleon adjusts itself to the environment, to the people they're around. So he simply became like me, the counterpart to me. And he said that to me once. He said, if I was a girl, I'd want to be you. And if you were a boy, you'd want to be me, which isn't true. I never would want 3 illegitimate children. I never would want, to hurt people and to, humiliate people. And I wouldn't want to be like him. It's not true. He was trying to psych me out, I guess, a crazy ass. So, anyway, that's what happened. So that's why I was so miserable. Because I had a competition. My husband was a girl competing with me. And that's, so that's a disaster. But, and they're all kinds of, and he's a lizard. I can show you in writing. I found in writing. I knew he was a lizard anyway. I said it on videos earlier. Then I'll see in writing that he's a lizard. Let's go back to the writing. I hope I can get something more clear than the last time. Let's see. It starts down here with Oprah. So that's Barry, Baba G, and me. Railroaded. Railroaded. RR is railroaded. I. And, what's that? Fibber, McGee, and Molly. That's a spin-off on this. That was a radio show. Molly Goldberg TV Show. I'm just showing you how they feed off of my energy. Good golly, Miss Molly. That's Little Richard's song. Little Richard. Open the door, Richard. That used to be a song. Open the door to my uncollected riches. Yeah, they owe me for feeding off of me. I have uncollected riches. Okay, let's see. I was, here, let's try this one. I was Henry Ford. Created cars. R. Racket. Ball. Racquetball came from that. What does that say? Serena and Venus having a ball, playing with a racket and a ball. I was Venus, the evening star. I was her Serene, as in Serena, Highness, Queen of England, Queen of France. These are different past lives I've had. We have over 10,000 past lives, so these are just a few I have regained knowledge of. I was Augustus, Caesar of Rome. Gurinder Singh, my son, at the beginning of life was Cain. Where's Cain? The Rothschild. This is so difficult to do. Okay, Caesar of Rome. Rome, me. Albert Einstein. The greatest mind of this and any other time. That was my mind. Still is. I'm lost in a dream. Sings Barry White. Gurinder Singh, my son, at the beginning of life. Gurinder Singh was Barry White, I'm trying to say, and he's singing to Eve. It says he's lost in a dream. That's why he can't get back to her. The Rothschilds family lost track of this and of me. Rothschild family lost track of me. Kidnapped at age 3. A girl energy used by GE and engaged folks on TV. Engaged folks on TV. Yeah, they use my brain to figure out television shows. Einstein's brain. Her am. A-R. A her. His energy. Enter. M. Energy. Room generator engine. North Carolina. He emergency room. He emergency room. A her. Raymond of the Jungle. That was a TV show they got that from. And salads and sandals. Dalai Lama TV drama. All a dinner. That's it. Yeah, I said that. Alright. This is the mother of all scandals. His energy, enter M, I said that. Okay. Enter range, brain. The range of my energy, of the energy they use, which was encyclopedic, was my brain. I said her brain. Her angel. That angel network thing Oprah uses, that's from my brain. They simply do remote viewing. That's what they do. They got it from, the Army does that. Okay, here we go. Okay, my life on TV. Victory at sea. Vic story. Victory story. Victim story drama. Daytime TV. Oprah Winfrey. O for Oprah. P for public relations. A, her. Ordered. NSA. National Surveillance Agency. They surveil me. SAG, SAG, you've heard of Screen Actors Guild, that came from that. Agent is a key. Okay, what else I have here? Okay, Citizen Kane was William Randolph Hearst, the Hearst newspapers that own Oprah's television show. Kane, Kung Fu was a TV show. Good, a her, Divine Energy in. Cain, my son, from the Garden of Eden, Citizen Kane. That's where they got that from. That's obvious. Eden, from the Eden. Okay, that's Bill Robinson. Okay, Clifford Darden. Okay. Clifford the Big Red Dog came from Clifford Darden, an artist. Second grade little boy. I said, "You be my boyfriend." So they took Clifford and made a big red dog. And then they had Thelma and Louise go off the cliff. They used it as a movie. And, you know, the reason I know I can do this is because the master, the saint, told me there's no such thing as a coincidence. If you're going to call everything a coincidence, you're never going to find out the truth. So I don't call anything coincidences. It's right here in front of my eyes. How can I say it's a coincidence? I was Henry Ford. I did that. TED Talks come from this. Arc, Dark, Doers, Divine Order, Energy Her. You see, I have energy from the divine order of things. And they just take my energy and make money off of it. And don't give me any because they keep it a secret. I mean, I had to find this out. Judgment Day was about 3 days ago. That's the only reason this freedom of information is available to me. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so, it's Oprah. What's that say? It says, over, present her. Is that over? Order, present her. Present her a home. That's Oprah's thing. Winfrey. So they got Old Magazine out of this? See, that's me, M.A. Mildred Anderson was my maiden name. And Ma, the mother of the earth, is me too. Okay? And that's Gayle. Angel Network came from that. Own Network came from there. Growth. Good her know her worth. This earth a bitter pill to swallow. Stevie Wonder. Wallow. Wallow. Swallow. W allow. W allow. Follow, hollow, and Halloween, hurt, energy entering in. I hate that holiday. Who wants a holiday of ugliness? That's all that is. Drag queen. QAnon is from this. Q, energy enter in. Apollo Theater comes from that. The heat, her, the heat for the theater, H-E-A-T, comes from her. The eat, E-A-T, her energy. I'm a lacto-vegetarian. Lactose, black folks. Black tools, that's Bill Robinson. He used to dance with Shirley Temple, who is my granddaughter. Jandara Ransinger, who was my mother. He was a tap dancer. When we were kids, my sister and I, we used to tap dance around schools in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, like that. By Will, Rob Insecure. What's that? Her power, her energy. Sun in the clear. Fear, fee all, free able. Cable came from this. Feel her energy enter, cable. You see there's right there. Trains in Chicago are L's. Where's the L? Naval Academy came from that. NA Victory I. I was Linus Pauling. He was a genius that invented vitamin C. Okay, so that's all I have for now. I know it's kind of disjointed, but if you're fair-minded, you can see that there is proof here that they're using my energy. For daytime TV, Oprah's whole operation is from my brain, and it's here in writing. Okay, so it's Miles, Redskin, Songbird, Evangeline, Einstein, and other energies saying so long until the next video.